Hey guys, I'm Amit Kumar and in this video we are going to talk about CSS Colors. We will see how we are going to apply colors and what are the various ways we can apply that in CSS. And guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you want to stay updated with proper Salesforce tutorials and want to watch more tutorials, make sure to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon. Also, if you have thoughts or question, drop it in the comments. I would love to hear from you and promise I will read every single one. Thank you so much guys, and now you can proceed with the video. In CSS, colors can be specified by any of the following means. We can use color names, we can use red, green, blue function, we can use hexadecimal code, or we can use HSL function. Now CSS supports 140 color names. And some of the color names are aqua, blue, brown, cyan, dark green, dark red, gold, etc. Now we can know more about different color names that are supported by using this link. If we want to use RGB function, which is red, green, blue function, we need to mention the red, green, blue value within the function. Now each parameter ranges from 0 to 255. For example, if we are mentioning RGB 25500, that represents a red color, RGB 000 that represents a black color, and RGB 255 will represent a white color. We can use hexadecimal values to specify color. The hexadecimal color is specified as hashtag RRGGBB, where each value, red, green and blue, is specified using hexadecimal values ranging between 0 to FF, that is nothing but between 0 to 255. For example, hashtag FF0000 represents red, hashtag 000000 represents black, and hashtag FFFFF represents white. We can also use the HSL function for providing colors, which stands for hue, saturation and lightness. Hue is a degree of the color on the wheel, which ranges from 0 to 360. 0 represents red, 120 is for green, 240 is for blue. Saturation is the percentage value which ranges from 0 to 100%. Where 0% represents shade of grey and 100% is the full color. Lightness is also a percentage between 0 to 100%. 0% is black, 50% is neither light nor dark, and 100% is white. For example, HSL 0, 100%, 50% represents the red color. HSL 0, 100%, 0% represents the black color, and HSL 0, 100%, 100% represents the white color. We can use any of the following websites to generate different color patterns for us, like coolers.co, colorhunt.co or mycolor.space. So it's pretty much of talk, and now it's time to see the things practically. Hey guys, welcome to the practical session of CSS Colors. So let me create an HTML file over here where I'm going to show you how we can implement colors with CSS. So I'm creating the first file with name colornames.html and adding the basic code over here. So you can see I have added the basic code with some heading and paragraph. So let me click on the go live so that we can see the output. So you can clearly see these headings and paragraphs are there. Now within the style tag, we can provide colors to them, and the first way to provide colors to them is using color name. So you can use CSS selector. So I'm using H1 selector, and to provide a color over there, we have a color attribute. Now this color attribute is to provide color to the content. Then onwards we can provide any specific color name, for example blue, and save. So you can clearly see the first heading is coming in blue color. Similarly, I can provide any specific color name to the second selector or the second heading selector. Now here I am using brown, and you can see it is appearing in brown color. Similarly, I can use a color on paragraph like gold, and you can see it is appearing in gold color. Now I have shared a link with you guys. This specific link contains name of different colors. You can use any of these color names, and that specific color can be applied over there. So the link is available in the slide. You can definitely use that specific link whenever you want to use any color names. CSS supports 140 different color names. Now let me create another HTML file where I'm going to apply CSS colors using RGB function. I'm naming this file as colorrgb.html and providing the basic code over here. So you can see I have added the basic code with the same heading and paragraph, but this time I haven't applied any color over here in the style. So here we can remove everything after the T04 CSS colors folder and press enter and click on colorrgb.html. So here we can see our output. Now to provide color with using RGB function, we will use the same color property, but to provide the color, we will use RGB function. Now within this function, we will specify color of red, green and blue, where the value of each color will be somewhere between 0 and 255. For example, if I am mentioning 255, 0, 0, then this specific represents red color, and you can see it is appearing in red color over here. Now similarly, if I am using color with RGB function and providing different values for red, green and blue, then it will represent some specific color over here. Now we can know the red, green, blue values for specific colors as well. I will show you how you can do that, but let me provide RGB function for paragraph as well. And you can see paragraph is coming in a specific color. Now to know the red, green, blue value for a specific color, you can use Paint tool, the Paint application that is present in our operating system. So you can open the MS Paint or any other drawing tool that you have. You can click on Edit Colors, and from here you can select any specific color and you can know the red, green, blue value for it. For example, this time I am choosing this specific variant of blue, for which red is 60, green is 100 and blue is 240. So if I am using 60, 100, 240 in my code, I am going to get the same blue color. Let me show you that. So for the H2, I am using 60, 100, 240, and you can see the same variant of blue color is coming over here. So similarly, you can know a specific red, green, blue value for any specific color and use RGB function to apply that specific color. Now I'm creating one more HTML file over here where I'm going to use hexadecimal code for applying CSS colors. I'm naming the file as colorhex.html and adding the basic code over here. So you can see I have added the basic code with the same heading and paragraph and removing all the colors that I have applied for these headings and paragraph. Let me click back, refresh and click on colorhex.html. You can see the heading and paragraph over there. Now to apply the red, green, blue value in hexadecimal code, we can use same color property over here, hashtag, and then after I will mention the color in red, green, blue variant. Now to know the hexadecimal code for this red, green and blue, you can simply use a website which I mentioned to you like colors.co. There are other websites that I have mentioned like colorhunt.co and my color space. So it's up to you whichever you want to use. I basically use coolers.com, but I'm not sponsoring this specific website to you. Now from here you can click on make a palette or you can click on explore, whichever you want. So let me click on explore, and from here you can choose any specific color that you want. So when you go to that specific color, when you hover your mouse on that specific color, you will see a hexadecimal code over there. You can click on it. This hexadecimal code will be copied and you can paste it over here. Just don't forget to add a hashtag before it and semicolon. Similarly, you can choose any other color from here. Let's suppose this one for H2 and let's suppose this specific for paragraph. So here you are mentioning the red, green, blue value in the hexadecimal code. If I go back to my page, you can see the same color is applied over here for the headings and the paragraph. Similarly, you can use any other hexadecimal code from here. On coolers.co, you have another option, that is to select palette. Now you can make your own palette from here. So it will show a set of colors to you. If you like any specific color, you can lock that specific color. If you don't like any of them, you can just press space bar and it will change the colors for you. Any color that you like from here, you can just lock it and keep on pressing space bar. So once you lock a color and press the space bar, that color will not change, rest everyone will change over here. You can lock the color and keep on pressing the space bar till you get your favorite colors from here. Once you get all your colors, you can use these colors from the palette. You can copy them, click on this copy icon, copy hex icon, and the hexadecimal code for that specific color is copied and you can paste it in your code. Now let me create another file where I am going to use the HSL function. So I am naming this file as colorhsl.html, copying the basic code over here. So you can see I have removed the color. It is the same file with the same headings and paragraphs, but I have removed the color from here. I will click back, refresh and open colorhsl.html. Now here I will use hue, saturation and lightness, where the value of hue is mentioned anywhere from 0 to 360. So I will mention HSL and the first value that I will mention here is hue. So let me use 0 to represent red. Second one is representing saturation. Saturation value is mentioned in percentage anywhere from 0 to 100%. I am mentioning 65% for saturation. And third one is lightness, which can also be mentioned in percentage anywhere from 0 to 100, which I am mentioning here as 50%. So if I will save this, this will appear in red color with 65% of saturation and 50% of lightness. If I am going to increase the lightness, so let me make the lightness to 100%. So you can see it is completely appearing in white color, and let me make it 0%. That will appear completely in black. So let me go for 50% lightness. And saturation, let me make it 100% as well. So that's 100% saturated red, and let me make it 0%. That's 0% saturated red. 0% will give a shade of gray. 100% will give full color. Similarly, 0% in lightness will be black. 50% is neither light nor dark. 100% is completely white. So similarly, you can mention any color over here with HSL. Now I'm giving 120 as hue, which represents green color. Saturation I am giving 100%, and lightness I am giving 50%. So that will give me a green color over here. I can reduce the saturation, and if I am giving hue as 240, that will represent blue. So here I am giving 240 with 50% of saturation and 50% of lightness. Now these are the various ways you can specify the color in your code, either by using a name, or by red, green, blue function, RGB function, or by hexadecimal code, or by specifying hue, saturation and lightness. I always prefer to use hexadecimal code because that helps me to provide a specific shade of color whichsoever I want. That marks the end of this video. See you soon in the next video. Till then, thank you and take care.